Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Perfect People Podcast. This is OG.
This is Dee Dee.
And this is your girl Fraronda. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Oh, I'm sad.
Why you sad, sister?
My sidekick,
Sealy.
my seat partner, she ain't over here.
Hey, Auri.
We miss you.
AKA Auri.
I landed said it.
AKA Auri.
Hey, y'all. AKA Auri.
He did say it just like that. We should have had him on here so he could introduce for his mama.
Right.
But yes, we do miss her so much. It's not gonna be the same.
It's not. But we'll get
Deep
by.
breath.
Linda, look how your hair look with them headphones on.
You should take a picture. Take a picture so the people can see whenever we air this one.
I had a great week this week, Fraronda. Thank you so much for asking.
I didn't ask yet.
Ugh.
Dee Dee is in the middle of taking her picture.
You want to say cheese?
Say cheese, girl. You cute. Your curls is popping. Oh, you got really excited.
I know that. I've been working on them.
Girl, what you been doing?
Well, first I got the Coretta Scott King dye kit.
Not the whole kid.
Y'all know, look at pictures of Coretta Scott King, and she has the same hair color from 1960 till may she rest in peace.
Dog. That lady did great on whenever she was older.
Watch him. Look at him.
Okay.
I challenge all of you to search. And I got a Coretta Scott King dye. So that made it, black hair, not just a solid color. It makes it a little more healthier anyway.
More defined.
Yes.
You saying so?
Yeah. Dee Dee's having some issues, so we going to excuse her.
And then I have been experimenting with some products, which has been very expensive, but well worth it.
Have you used anything from start to finish?
No.
No, nothing? Are you using
the stuff that I'm using now? I'm going to be start to finish.
Which one you using?
Am I doing a plug?
No, we asking you
Yeah.
for your hair.
This jelly stuff that I use. But let me tell you a story. So I asked somebody to wash my hair, and this is a licensed beautician.
cosmetologist?
Yeah,
That's what you're trying to say.
Thank you, sister. You know how I am with the words. But anyway.
So good at them.
Excellent. So I went to her and I was like, will it be bad if I bring my own stuff?
And this was not Ariel, just so we know.
No. This was not Auri. No, somebody else. Old school. Anyway, I took my stuff, and how about she asked me to go purchase all the stuff I had. Now, I have no confidence in her as a natural hair stylist.
She asked you to go purchase all the stuff she has.
That I had, that I brought. She has it now because she wants to use it on her client's hair.
I mean, maybe she can't try everything that comes out, Linda.
Well, okay.
You know, like when they work in a shop together and somebody else was like, let me use your shampoo real quick, girl. And they were like, what kind of shampoo this is? This is real good. Let me.
Beautician, not client.
That can happen with client as well.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that she has some good products now.
Yes. Well, your curls are popping. It's growing. The growth is real. You should do it before and after.
Okay.
Do you have a when you first went natural picture?
That little teeny fro.
Your hair has grown though.
It's
really
gotten a lot
has.
thicker too.
I'm proud of you. Yeah, it did definitely got thicker.
Yeah. And your top, your middle part is healthy.
It's actually longer than the rest of it, which is really strange because I ain't had no hair in the top.
And you was talking about going back to a relaxer.
Yeah.
You still thinking about it?
No. Because I think my hair could do. I can just straighten it and wear it like
look at
that.
this curl right here. This is.
Well, yeah, that one is real long. How many different patterns you think you have?
Oh, several.
Turn around, Linda. Let her see.
How many patterns you have, Dee Dee? You know?
Look at that. What? No, I don't know.
I think yours is kind of consistent though.
Is it consistent even when it's long?
It's so teeny. I don't know.
Girl.
That's what I was asking.
When it was longer, no.
It
I mean, it was. No, it wasn't consistent. I had a couple different kinds.
I know Tab be talking about that all the time.
And it's aggravating. There's one side of your head to do something.
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, okay. And it don't work like that.
That's how the back of my hair. Like, I love the curls in the back.
Yeah,
the
that's
back
what I was
right
looking
of
at.
my hair. Those are very nice, but they don't do that nowhere else. Yep.
Well, interesting. Love it to love it. I'm the only one that's not natural in the crew.
You gonna come on over?
Nah. I do not have time, honey. Do not have time. Natural takes effort. Unless you want to go short like Dee Dee. And I don't know.
But I think it's still effort because you still got to go to that barbershop.
I mean, I still have to go get my hair done as well. So, I mean, that would be the equivalent of that. But I'm talking about the day-to-day, effort type thing.
I still have to put effort in. Slap something on this thing.
Child, because
Yeah.
if you don't.
How you know?
I'm talking about me.
Oh.
Look at it. Look.
Ready. Ready to pop off. All right, well, one word. How you doing?
Phenomenal.
That's
Don't ask
me.
me how to spell it.
Phenomenal woman.
That was disturbing.
What, phenomenal?
The way you said it.
Oh,
Phenomenal.
that was my serious voice.
Girl, why every time your one word turn into 50?
Oh, sorry.
Dee Dee, one word. How you doing?
Is you saying something?
I know what she said.
What you saying?
The world may not need to know what she said, but I know what she said.
Start with.
Good.
You say flying. For me, y'all silly. For me, I am feeling a little anxious.
No. We don't need that.
I don't even know what you're singing.
We don't
Oh.
need that.
Girl, you started so high. I was confused.
That's how it is on the thing.
Not so.
And you talk about people singing bad. You sound bad. Lady, you should have got me some celery.
That was so
Celery?
random.
They don't even have celery.
But my thing is, she done ate that thing 30 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago. She talking about some celery
Right.
now. But okay. Well, I once again was reading some. I'm always reading something.
Always.
And one of the characters that was in the book that I was reading, they were struggling to take advice from folks. And so it kind of sparked my interest. And I was like, I wonder how it is that we do as a crew with taking advice. And we are all very different when it comes to this.
Very.
So, how y'all want to lead it off? How y'all want to start? Y'all want to start how we take advice, or
Let's start out about how we decide who to ask advice from. Okay.
Why your old self always get to choose what we do? Choose this. Go ahead.
she has made several choices, hasn't she?
I like, who are you?
With age comes wisdom. So I have to lead the way.
Nope, girl, ain't about to follow you too many places.
Don't try to la. Too many ain't following you nowhere, Miss Dewey turn left.
Look, yeah, you told the people don't follow you nowhere too. I'm OG and don't follow me nowhere. That was the best advice you ever gave them.
Where we end up.
Okay, but anyway, you said how do we decide? So how do you decide who you're taking advice from, or
who am I going to ask advice from?
Oh, okay.
Because this is so wrong. I ask people who I know that will probably give me the answer that I want, not the answer so much that I need. Because if I'm getting the one that I need, I would probably go to Fraronda. What was that for? Oh, I heard
I'm getting
something.
attacked for listening.
I heard something in that.
Please hush and keep on.
Please
Shut up and keep on talking.
Right. Shut up and keep on talking.
So, yeah. Now, if I want to hear something that is kind of the way that I want it to go. I know if I explain it first to Ariel and Dee Dee, they'll be on my side most of the time, unless I'm really far-fetched. And then they'll bring me back in. Then they'll kind of bring me back in.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Do you always give all the details whenever you're seeking advice?
I give all the ones that I think are necessary.
So that's a no.
Which plays a major role.
Right. In the advice. I think that's part of it too. Like if you want it to go in a certain direction, then you'll give certain details.
Yeah, because there have been times, and then we'll all be talking about it, and you'll say something and be like, now you ain't told me that. Now she'll be like, oh, I did.
Oh, my bad. But see, I can't really do that with Ariel because she'll ask questions.
Ariel's an asker.
She's so what you gonna do this? And then what did that happen? And then I'll be like, girl, let me go ahead and tell you everything.
I'm not.
Ariel, I don't know now, Lanta.
Yeah. Yeah, that don't sound right, and I don't know.
And you ain't finna do that and say I was the one.
Right.
Yeah, let her know. Yeah, you will do that, and then come on down the road later on and start talking, and you be like, "Girl, you did not say all of that," and then you'll be like, "Oh, well," or you like to have confessions too. You be like, so
is that where my son get that from?
Maybe. You be like, so you remember whenever I was telling you this really what happened?
Right.
I'm like, Lord,
I gotta work on that. Is that something else I gotta? You know what?
I think that has to do with anybody though. Anybody that is getting advice, you choose who you get it from, depending on the situation.
Yeah. But I don't necessarily choose based off of what Linda chooses. It based on like what advice that getting what it is that I want to hear. I more so choose it based off of expertise. So who has the knowledge in that particular arena, and that's who I'll go to most times.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So yeah, that's how I do it. How you do it, Dee Dee?
Based off the situation, just depends on what the situation is. What are my options?
Who's close?
No,
Available?
you don't have to be close. Available, yes, but just everybody you ask for advice, be close to you.
I was just trying to help. See if that was it.
I have my words.
Oh my.
I'm sorry. I'm being very motherly today. I'm sorry.
You miss your child. You just saw him the other day.
I know, we had so much fun.
Oh, so sweet.
Miss, what talking about? You around there doing all that giggling?
You were acting like you was with your man and not your child.
Y'all, I noticed that day, and I'm sorry to change subject, but he is the only one that matches my silliness.
He came from me, so
yeah. Like we are silly.
Okay, well,
would you like to take some advice from me right now?
Put that back on,
please. We don't want to see you in your tank top. Don't make.
So what if somebody comes to you and is trying to give you advice and is unsolicited? So you haven't necessarily asked for the advice, but they see you, going in one direction or another, and they're like, I just want to tell you this.
It depends on what they say. Because if it's something I want to hear, I'm gonna say, and who asked you anyway?
Well, I'm gonna give you an example of my mom. Like, she does that all the time. I guess that's what mothers do. And I sit there and listen. I'm like, And at the end of her saying whatever she's gonna say, she was like, "You ain't gonna do nothing I say, are you?" And I said, "No, ma'am."
At least you're respectful.
Right? No, but thank you.
Yeah, my mom does that too, and which is why sometimes I try to, if I ain't in the mood to hear all the words that she's gonna say, I try to minimize what it is that I say to her, so that I won't even have to hear her go there. Or if I don't want to hear it,
Miss Emma like that.
I'm just saying she'll first off she'll drag something out. So if she gives advice, she'll ask about that situation or that subject for about a week or two or a month or however long it is that she feels she need to ask. And sometimes, you know, you want to talk about something, get the advice, and go on about your business. You don't have to rehash it all the time, or let me bring it back up and tell you how it's going. You ain't got to ask all the time.
No, she hit you with this. Now I'm gonna say one more thing.
Yeah. Child. Because she this was kind of advice, but she was telling me to change the filters at my house, because you know, if the filters are changed, then your light bill is not as high. And so she went out and she actually bought the filters.
That's probably why ours was so low this month, because we did change.
She bought the filters for us, and I took them. I brought them back to the house, and she asked every single day whether or not we changed the filters, and we just changed them today. And I think that was about last week sometime that she actually asked. So that's the type of stuff that she does.
It's a week before that.
I don't think so.
And the reason why I say that is because we were on the phone and had to do.
You was on the phone because y'all asked Scotty what size the filters are.
Yeah, but the conversation started a week before that.
Oh yeah, the conversation now, but the actual having the filters in my possession to change them.
You should have told them my size filters.
I think they are the same though.
The little teeny ones, ours are small.
10 by 10 by 20 by 1 or something.
How you know? You looked at them filters that's in the house? You looked at them?
I look at them.
Tell me I look at them. But yeah, so you said it depends on what they say.
Yeah, because some people, you telling me this, but I don't want to hear that. I ain't asked you for nothing, and sometimes you may not be in a place to receive.
Right.
Like, don't.
Does it matter who it is? Like if somebody come to tell you some advice and you be like, but you in a worse situation than I am, so
If I don't want to hear it, I don't care who it's coming from.
Yeah.
And definitely if you're in a worse situation, I don't even care if you're saying the right thing.
Yeah. And I think that'd be my thing sometimes. I'm like, you know, that sounds good, but might want to try it for yourself too. Maybe.
Now I know I've noticed that about Dee Dee. If I want to tell her anything, or she does have to be in a receipt. You have, because and then you have to like gauge it and just ask some whole probing questions and then see how she answered that. And if she don't answer them right, be like, well, no,
never mind. Let's go in another direction then. Playing basketball.
Yeah. Like now.
Right. Not in the receiving mood right now, Dee Dee. But yeah, taking advice is so tricky, I feel like, because, you know, if somebody gives you the advice, you follow the advice, who you mad at? If the advice goes one way or the other. You give the people they props if what it is they tell you to do actually pans out.
That's tricky.
I think it's real easy for you to blame them than to thank them.
And I think we would love to say that if things didn't work out, because in all actuality, it's our fault because we didn't. How many other people gave us advice that we didn't take?
Right.
So why you mad at that one? If you decided to do that,
right? Your decision at the end of the day. Nobody ain't hold a gun to your head tell you had
and
to
if
do
they
it.
did, you need to ask for help.
Sit here and listen.
Oh, what type of advice givers are y'all though? I know what type I am.
Oh, you tell me what type I am.
I can't tell you what type you.
I mean,
I'm the type that you ask me for advice, and I'm going to say to you, or even if you don't necessarily ask, and you know I see something, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna say this, and I tell you what it is that my opinion is, and a couple of options maybe, and then I back off. Whatever you do from there, it is what it is. And if you come back and say, yeah, I didn't take your advice and it flopped, okay, well, we'll go back to drawing board and do advice again. I mean, I'm not really an I told you so type of person. I might say it in my head, but I try not to say it out loud.
You say it on your face.
Yeah, I'm like, Lord, might roll my eyes or something. But yeah, I'm the give the advice and then let you do you.
No, this is what you do. You be like, Orlando, do you want to know Do you want me to tell you what you want to hear, or do you want you to tell me what you think? Franny, can you tell Didi leave me alone?
Didi, leave Orlando alone. We don't have Ariel today to be the mediator. Leave Orlando alone.
So that's what you would do.
That's what I do to you.
Yeah.
Like, what you want, girl? So I don't waste my breath one way or the other.
Okay,
tell me what you need.
And she'll be like,
Exactly. And then don't do it.
Yeah.
She is notorious for not following advice.
I think she's still mad at me about getting that car. Because I told her not to let me buy a car. And I didn't tell her.
You told everybody. But
right. You told every single person, don't let me buy a car. Don't let me buy a car.
And what did I do? I said, when she said something about the car, I said, well, Linda, you said you weren't going to buy the car. She said, yeah, I know that, but well.
You're right.
Do you then, boo?
I think when she called me after the paperwork was almost done. And was like, so I did something. And I said, oh, God, here we go. And she said she bought a car. I said, well, Linda, I thought you said you ain't gonna buy no car. Well, I just couldn't pass this deal up. Oh, okay. Don't tell me not to tell you to do nothing else. Because obviously you don't want to stand by that.
Yeah. When I give advice, you know what I say at the end most times? I'm like, I don't know though. That's
you do.
I don't know though.
I don't know for real.
Yeah, I don't know for real. So
do what you got to do, I guess.
Yeah, because I just want the people to know that don't be mad if it doesn't work out, because I don't know. I'm just telling you what I think.
Right. I mean, at the end of the day, like, that's all you for real can do. Like, nobody can expect you to. Like, you don't know all the possible outcomes. I mean, hopefully when you're giving advice, you are weighing as many as you can think of. But there are outliers that are beyond everybody's control that you can never fathom that could come into the situation.
Okay, I got a question, y'all. I'm real serious.
Okay.
So, none of us are married right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, because I'm getting married. But anyway, do you just speaking it?
Did somebody dispute you or say something to you just now?
I'm speaking it.
Girl, please.
You was over there shaking his head like something's wrong with her.
Just a little.
Lotta.
Do you think, now I don't know if advice is what your spouse would give you, because it's
going to give you advice,
but it's going to affect. That's
not necessarily if they give you advice about something that's happening on your job. That don't necessarily affect everything. Unless you about to get fired. I'm about to say, get fired. You know what I'm saying? Like between coworker to coworker or something like that.
Everything don't always have to lead to the extreme. You get advice about little stuff, Linda.
Okay.
Should I get this shoe or this shoe?
Okay, but I'm saying I think I'm going to have a hard time taking advice from my spouse when it has to do with like all of us, because I've been doing it on my own. You know, like I'm responsible for, you know, everything that goes along in my life, everything. So
you had to put emphasis on
everything. So I don't know. I think it's going to be a battle for me to relinquish those, what that thing called?
Duties, responsibilities, titles.
No, that's it. Help me with the word. Relinquish the
control.
Okay, yeah, that's a good word because I don't like that word. Control and what's the other word? I have a hard time. Yeah, that one. I have a hard time with those.
Relinquish your submissiveness is what?
Right. I don't think she just wanted to say that she also has a problem with that word, but I don't think she was trying to.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have a hard time relinquishing control.
Yeah. And like in taking advice and stuff from him, because at the bottom line, I think I'm supposed to do what he say or something.
What?
What that just made my. Did you see that face?
First off, it wasn't even just your face; it was all of the everything in your voice was like.
It just like took
attitude.
So much out of me.
I mean, my whole thing is God gave me common sense just like he gave the man. Mm-hmm. So, I ain't got to follow you off this cliff if we going off a cliff. And I'm not going to follow you off the cliff. So, yes, relinquishing control, being submissive and all the things. But just know that I might follow you up into the edge of that cliff, but I got me a little cushion over here, then I'm gonna be just fine with or without you. You know, so I might not dispute you. I might let you go in whatever direction it is that you say that you want to go in. Having a conversation and giving my point of view and, you know, letting you know what it is I think. But if you decide like what I'm saying isn't necessarily the right way to go for the family, cool, whatever. I just know that for me personally and you know, to make sure that we good, I need to quietly be doing something else to ensure that the whole family don't fall off this cliff with you. Or that, you know, this bungee cord that you fall off the cliff with, that it's gonna spring you back up, because I ain't even falling off with the bungee cord. So you know, we just I think that you gotta be smart and choose your battles. But there are some things that I probably would go to battle for. Like, no, that is not. No, we can't do that.
See, that's what I gotta choose a battle. Like all of them battles.
Oh God, you be battling the whole marriage. Child, that might be why the Lord let you wait this long, because he was like, you be tired of fighting if you battling for everything.
I don't know. I don't really do too good with that either, though, Linda.
Relinquishing the control.
Yeah, like, don't tell me what to do. Who are you?
And then
your spouse in that case.
but then the sad part about it, like, he may say something on Tuesday.
On what?
Tuesday. And then I'll come back
on
two Wednesdays.
How you go from Tuesday?
I'm about to say
Wednesday.
Wednesday. And say the same thing. He said, I think we should do this.
So if he gives you advice, so you're not even able to take the advice?
Whether it's good or bad.
Sometimes. If I can't see it right then I know that I'm a book.
But why do you have to book?
Look, if you book, right? I don't know. That's crazy.
I mean, why not just be like, yeah, I don't think that's the direction I want to go in right now. Or
that's a good one.
Or if they know you, then they will know that you are a person that has to see, be able to visualize. So they need to come to you with a PowerPoint presentation.
Oh yes, and let me process.
And every time somebody give you advice, they don't necessarily mean you have to take it.
Right.
Like we said earlier, just because your significant other is saying, "Hey, I think this is an idea," they're not saying this is what we're going to do.
But sometimes they do.
You see me look. This is what we're going to do.
But first off, so it will help me understand. Then, are we talking about advice that's just pertaining to you, or are we talking advice that's pertaining to the household? I mean, or the coupledom of us all.
I don't see a divide.
Oh, I do.
I do too.
I don't.
Because I mean, if you giving me advice, like when we give each other advice, we're giving each other advice based off of our individual selves. I mean, yes, granted, we are not oh yes, the DD once again is sleepy per usual. But
I did not mean to do that.
OG and I are not in a relationship. DD is, and Ariel is married. But yet and still, most times whenever they ask us for advice, well, sometimes when Ariel asks for advice, it's about her household. Okay, when Dee asks for advice, most times it's about her individual self. It's not necessarily all the time. Not saying that you don't ever ask for advice about your relationship, but if you ask for advice about your relationship, it's specific to your relationship.
But I still
that's why I say there's a difference.
But I still think even with the individual thing, it all works together.
No. Because I mean, you are still an individual when you get married.
Yeah. But
so what
my
you mean?
decisions, it's not just a soul thing. I mean,
there are some things that you're going to do that he's literally not going to care. And there are some things that he's going to do where you're literally not going to care one way or the other.
And one will, and I was just saying one will not affect the other.
Exactly.
Give me an example. Gotta see it.
Okay, so I mean, this is a big deal for me, but this isn't necessarily a big deal for you.
Okay.
You already know what I'm about to say.
Please don't let me get mad.
Oh, I thought you knew what I was
No,
about
but
to
it's
say.
just a way for Rhonda City. You know,
A big deal for me, so I know I'm about to get upset. Go ahead.
No, I mean we both have different priorities.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, she said, okay, go ahead.
No, girl, you're building this up, and so when it comes down, this is Dee Dee's fault because she started laughing. But anyway, so like, for example, shoes. Your man.
So now she's saying I don't really have. Okay,
No, I'm saying you don't care. So your man is getting dressed, and he is walking out the house, and he got on whatever shoes it is that he has on. Do you care?
No,
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
because I don't care about what I got on.
Exactly. Because this girl got on flip flops and it's 42 degrees outside. So
You're not
that's
finna
the
have
point
on,
that I'm
so
making.
he can have on orange shoes with a blue outfit.
Oh no.
Yes, he can.
Yes, he can.
Yes, he
Linda.
can.
I'm not gonna let him look like a whirlwind going out.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Oh, so what about if they have on like polka dot pants and like a striped shirt?
Now
Yeah,
you
I'm
being
not going there with you. I'm really not going there with you.
Diddy being petty.
No, I'm not. I'm asking. I'm asking
But
a
you-
question. I'm asking
really?
a question.
Really?
But okay, before this goes in a different direction,
Yes.
I'm just saying like that's something that you don't necessarily care about as much. Like one way, whichever shoes it is that he put on, it just is what it is. Whereas me, sir, that don't
Not having on no blue shoes and orange outfit.
that don't match. Can you go and that too loud? So can you
I'm
go
not
back
saying, where you
running?
wearing an orange outfit to unless it's a Clemson game.
Can you go back running and not do that no more?
Yeah.
So I mean, there are some things that is literally just about you.
Okay.
Like what type of glasses that you gonna put on your face?
Oh, go ahead. Oh, damn.
He probably more than likely ain't gonna care about that.
Or like what color you wear. Like, hey, you think I should wear the blue dress or the red dress?
They just be like, whatever.
Put the dress on so we can go.
Exactly.
One of them.
Let's be out.
Which one is easier to get on? That the one.
But okay, but Dee Dee, you said you would have issues relinquishing control.
Yeah, I'm just an alpha female, and it takes. I mean, it's been me.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you really saying?
Is that for advice though? Is that so? Okay, so especially when you start talking about relationships, advice and going in one direction or the other.
I don't think it's the same thing. It's not.
So I mean, so what's the difference? Like, when is it advice and when is it we going in one direction or the other?
Well, for me and my girlfriend, like, we're not married, so like you said, there's individual advice and then the advice. I said advice.
I was gonna let you be great, girl.
You shut up, Orlando. That's about your old self in here.
If she get off that phone, she better concentrate some more.
Look at her mouth.
I can't say that.
Because she was on that phone hard.
You don't want to listen to
back.
it?
That girl aggravating, boy.
But there's a lot of individual advice that
Wait a minute. Let's start over. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so but when it's us, and then when she says, "Hey, I think we should do," or when she says all the time, "I think you need to take a day off from work or something," because you work real hard, and that's something that has to do with me,
Right.
And then she'll be like, "Hey, I think we need to talk about this or find a better way to do this because it's not working for us." That's a
direction.
That's a direction.
Right.
That makes sense. Okay.
Wait, did I say me and my man?
Right, because I mean, I was trying to figure like, let me learn. Let me sit at the feet of greatness.
See if Orlando care what Orlando do.
We came a long way though, y'all, because we used to.
Y'all battled about everything.
Yeah, it was, but it was a lot. But now it's kind of like we know each other. We've got to the point where, Like you said, you choose your battles. Sometimes she'll roll her eyes at me and be like, girl, gone, whatever. Whatever you want to do, girl.
You've had the energy.
Right. That's my thing. Like I said something about choosing battles, but I think my thing is going to be actually wanting to fight the battle that's even necessary. Cause I will be in a minute be like, I ain't even whatever. I mean, at the end of the day,
don't worry about this, sweetheart.
I just ain't got the strength, the energy, nor the forthrightness in my head to even try to make you see nothing.
Right.
So just go ahead, whatever. It is what it is. Cause I'll do that with y'all. In a hot, quick second.
You start short texting us in conversation.
Sure.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, not even just in conversation. Like if I'm saying something and everything it is, and I'm saying you coming up against it, you've already made up your mind. Like what? I'm wasting my time at this point.
You need to convince me.
No, child. I'm not coming with a PowerPoint presentation, honey. It is not happening. Nope. I'm not doing it.
So I got another question for y'all. So how do you know when somebody's like giving you advice, like genuine advice, or like being judgmental?
Discernment.
Yeah.
The discernment. Yeah. I don't know, for real.
It
hurt your throat.
That was creepy. I'm scared.
Yeah. Boo.
I mean, honestly, I'm careful. And I don't take a lot. I don't put my business out there for people to even know to give me advice. So if you know something about me, then it's on purpose. You know, because it's funny because I was with my mom earlier and I was showing her something on Facebook and she was like, people just put everything on Facebook. And I was like, you sure right. And I often think about us and the stuff that we put on Facebook and people will still never know. Like we post, well, not Linda, but the rest of us post on social media, not just Facebook, on a consistent basis, but you still play the guessing game about what we doing, where we going, who we with, all of the things.
What we doing when we get there.
Right. Because I, you know, and I know Ariel does this sometimes. I don't know if you do it, Didi. You know, she'll sometimes check in at wherever it is that she is. And that sometimes worries me because I'm like, I don't want people to know where I am. That's scary. That's creepy.
And if you do post, it's like afterwards.
Right.
Like after you already left
there. And when I say afterwards, sometimes be like days and weeks. You're like, oh, lost files. Here you go. So yeah. You I don't take advice from random people because random people just don't be knowing for real.
And I am the total opposite.
Everybody know your business.
Yeah, a lot of it. 75% of it.
But I think you still got stuff that.
That was at 75%. That 25 that take up way more than that 75 though.
I don't think that's how that.
What?
That's like saying my 25 cents worth more than that 75 cents you got over there, girl.
But that's how it is.
I mean, there are some things with Atlanta that we don't even know.
Girl, Orlando don't either. And
it'll come up and she be like, well, I ain't tell y'all that. No, girl. We ain't know that, honey.
And be like, I did. Ariel good for doing that too. She like, I did tell you.
Nope.
No, you didn't.
I'm guilty of that too. Cause I have a problem. I forget who I tell. Cause I remember whenever I decided to move back to Columbia and Didi didn't know, and Didi got mad. And when I say got mad at me, I mean like this wasn't no play or I'm mad at you. No, this was one of Didi's real I'm mad at you. And didn't talk to me and all kind of stuff for a little while. But it legit was. I thought I told her.
We had group chat then,
right? And some kind of way she slipped through the cracks, and I think she was. Maybe one, and I didn't tell her on the individual. It was kind of we were having a conversation, and it came out, and she was like,
"You know how it came out?" I asked Linda what she was doing, and she said, "Oh, helping Fraronda move."
No,
yes, ma'am.
You found out at Percy's and Willie's because this was when we was, you know, with the other folks.
Yeah.
And Ariel and I were talking because you helped me move. Whenever I went to
you were mad. You got unmad.
Which Columbia movie you talking about?
I'm talking about this one, this current one that I'm in. You did help not into my house. I'm talking about into my apartment.
Oh yeah, you did move in my apartment.
Yeah, you helped me move into my apartment.
Yeah.
Cause we went furniture shopping and everything.
Broke the stairs.
Yes. But you were the last one to find out that I was actually moving to Columbia. But that happened at Percy's and Willie's in some random way. I think Ariel brought it up or something. You was like, wait, what? You moving? And I was like, oh.
That sound really hot.
Jesus.
I'm just saying.
And you know what you can do? You can.
Yeah. So yeah, that be my issue. It don't even be. I just be. I have to do PSAs whenever I decide to do stuff.
Dog, not the public service.
No, I'm talking about PSA amongst friends, not the masses.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. Okay.
So I mean, so everybody
PSA,
know. Mm-hmm.
Friends, public service, no.
Yeah.
That make you feel better, Linda.
I'm about to say.
It wasn't that. I was going to say something about your job because your job loves abbreviations, and I just.
PSA is a general abbreviation. It isn't something that my job made up.
I thought you said with age came wisdom.
What? You always trying to bring my job into something. Anyway, get back on topic. What were we talking about? You made me forget.
We were talking about advice.
Well, duh. That was a whole episode about your ding dong.
Well, yeah.
No, I'm talking about what specifically were we talking
Like,
about?
how do we know if somebody's being judgmental?
Or giving constructive criticism?
Right.
Yeah, that was me. Linda said she tell everything. So how you know?
Well, I think it just depends on who it's coming from. I know, like, I don't think my mom's generation, I don't think they know how to give advice without being judgmental. That's just what they do. And you just have to take the good with the bad.
I don't really
just
talk to nobody from that generation for real.
For real. Yeah.
I think people feel like I'm being judgmental sometimes when I give advice. It don't be on purpose though.
I don't think it's judgmental. I think it's like what you would do. It would be just what you would do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean,
I don't feel judged.
Good girl, good. Keep coming back because you need the advice.
Girl, we talk later.
Oh Lord. Dee Dee, stop touching Orlando. Okay, so Dee Dee, what about you? How you know whether it's constructive or judgy?
I'm about like
Being judgy.
I don't tell too many people my business. Oh, you ain't really finna have a chance to.
Yeah.
To judge you.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah. I mean, people just don't mean you no good sometimes.
Yeah. Like how Fraronda say, I do stuff like I'll go get me a car and then pull up in your yard and be like,
here I is.
and I'm like, who outside? Oh, that me.
That was me that did that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I remember when you got your last car, I think it was, and it looked similar to your other car, and like she wouldn't tell nobody she got another car. Like they had literally asked her, be like, that look kind of different.
I think there's some people that still think I got the same car because I never.
She did not.
I never told anybody. I mean, for what?
Yeah, I ain't never was one of those people that get on Facebook and post their picture to their keys and.
Like you, unless you about to run me some money or something,
Okay.
then I'll tell you all you need to know: when it's due, how much it is,
Okay,
what the year is.
I sent 2 pictures out, and that was the y'all and Scotty.
Yeah, I mean, I think like whenever you overly share, you open yourself up to the judgmental side of things. I mean, not saying there's anything wrong with celebrating and, all of those good things, because life is is life. And it comes with good things and bad things, but you know, I think there is a such thing as just allowing people to be too deep in your business. And then you get mad whenever people have an opinion about your business. Well, you put it out there, so now it's part of my business, and I need to know what's gonna happen next.
Okay, like those people on Facebook be like, put all their business out there through the whole relationship, and then they break up. Okay, no, we want to know
Exactly.
Right.
Like, I need to be front and center for the breakup, just like I was front and center for everything else.
We want to know, honey.
How is this gonna end? Don't leave me hanging. But yeah, I was what's the best advice that you've ever gotten? Maybe we can end it on this. The best advice you've ever gotten.
Keep your HEADUP and never GIVEUP. I don't know.
Keep your head up, never give up. Girl, you should have seen me over here trying. That's putting all the
that's a song.
together.
I don't think that's exactly how it goes, but that's a little song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then the little kids start singing. Okay, sorry.
All right. Oh.
The best advice.
That's hard for him. I don't know.
I think for me, up until this point, because I've had, you know, I'm a little older and I've never been married and I don't have children. And the best advice that I've gotten was, Fraronda, take your time. Because, you know, Landa was talking about the older generation, and not even just the older generation, just the way of the world. It'll make you think that you're supposed to be doing this and you're supposed to be doing that and you're supposed to have this and you're supposed to have that at a certain time. When all of that is just a lie. Like, your time is your time. And time is relative. And so, you know, soak it all up, because I'm single for a reason, right? Like, at this particular point in time, I can decide at any point in time that I want to go, I want to do, I want to be, I want to explore. Like, I decided I wanted to come and do this podcast. I'm coming here doing a podcast, spending the night and going right back home. Like, I didn't have to answer to anybody, none of that. And that's not going to be the case, you know, whenever I get married and have children and all that kind of stuff. And so it was, you know, really literally take your time and enjoy your singleness, because it's not like that whenever it's on the other side. Not saying that there's not beauty on the other side.
Just different beauty.
Exactly. Yeah. And you have to treasure this beauty, because it's not the same.
Oh, I know mine now. Now, I don't take this most of the time. So I'm tell you that right now. But be still.
That's Emma right there.
Yeah, she says it all the time. Just be still.
Well, that's Jesus, but
yeah. But that's who told me. Be still. And I've noticed the times that I've had, you know, just be still, I don't do what I was going to do. And that's probably to the best decision. But it's hard to be still. Yeah. For me. Yeah. Because I get a thought in my head and I'm like, pew.
Going.
Going.
Yeah. I think the biggest lesson I learned in that advice is that being still doesn't mean being idle.
Oh, right.
That, like, you're still there's still something that you're supposed to be doing. You're just not supposed to be doing that thing that you're being still from. So whether that's praying, whether that's fasting, whether that's positioning yourself, whether that's writing in your journal, whether that's spending more time with God, whatever, there's still things to do. You just gotta stay in that place for a second.
What is it? Actively being still?
Actively being inactive.
Actively being, I like that. I need to put that on my notebook.
In her notebook.
Yeah.
I would probably have to be nothing beats failure but a try.
That's good. Are you a perfectionist, Diddy?
To a certain extent, with some stuff, yes. And if it's not going the way I want to, we'll know. Everybody will know.
Yeah. That's interesting too, because I was, I guess I got something for everybody, so whatever. I was scrolling on Facebook. This was a while ago, and you know, people are always posting their children. And when they learning how to walk and falling and learning how to walk and then falling some more. And the thought came to me, like, when does that stop? Like, because the parents were back there saying, yeah, whether they were falling or they was getting up and walking or whatever, they were cheering them on 100%. At one point in time, number one, do we start fearing failure? And then number two, at what point in time does the world stop championing failure and only starts pushing towards success? Maybe that's a topic for another day, but yeah, I really like that advice, and that's something I gotta tell myself all the time, because I am a perfectionist in all things.
I am something that starts with a P, but it's not perfectionist.
Procrastination.
Yes.
I'm a procrastinator too, though.
Yay, go team procrastinator.
But I'm a procrastinator because I'm a perfectionist.
Oh, we have a celebration later.
Yeah. Because
I'm
I'm
always
always
a procrastinator. I think everybody has that procrastination trait to them, depending on what the situation is. You don't think so?
I think procrastination makes me perfect.
Oh, what?
I mean, because I do my best work under pressure.
Hush.
I do.
Hush.
How would you know?
Because I tried the other way. It ain't work.
Did you really? When?
I give you a date.
No, I just don't believe that you've really tried the other way.
Girl, you don't have to believe, because we know.
What ways work for so long?
What?
Okay, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Right.
I tried it.
You did. You did.
Y'all can let me be great.
No. I had to give you some advice.
Ooh.
Procrastination is not always the way. It's not always the key.
Unsolicited.
I didn't ask you whether or not you wanted it. That's why it is unsolicited, though. I still gave it. And what? But yes, advice. Everybody has an opinion. You know what they say about them.
Opinions alike.
Okay.
I'm gonna let y'all fill in the blank to that one.
That was a hard. Okay.
All right, y'all. Well, we thank y'all so much for tuning in to this episode of the Perfect People Podcast. And we hope y'all join us next time. I'm Fraronda, y'all.
This is Dee Dee.
And this is OG.
And we out.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to the Perfect People Podcast. Catch us on the following podcast platforms: Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, iHeart, Amazon Music, and anywhere else you listen to your favorite podcast for free. If you would like to stay in touch, you can email us at perfectpeoplepodcast@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram at The Perfect People Podcast. Make sure to subscribe, follow, and 5-star rate.